What's going on, everybody? Hair here, and yes, here we are, UFC 305. We've been waiting for this extravagant event. We cannot wait. Let's get straight to it. On one of your top 3 fights, we have Tua Tuivasa versus Jarinzo Huizenstrike. I know I butchered his first name. These are two heavyweights that have been beaten up, have been knocked out, but for the most part are fan favorites, especially Mr. Tai Tuivasa with his shoeys and all that. So this is going to be a I would say battle of the gatekeepers, and that's not a disrespectful term. These are two popular heavyweights, heavy-handed heavyweights that have been beaten up and knocked out. So it's a good matchup. If you ask me, I think Tai wins. Rosenstrike is very hittable. He's been beaten up. Again, so is Tai. But I think Tai does hit a little harder than him. I think he's going to land a couple more shots. And at the end, we're going to see a shoey from him. Your co-main event will be Kai Kara-France versus Steve Erg. Erg only has 2 losses in his MMA record. This is a big slot for him to be in the co-main event. I think the lights might get a little bright for him. Again, he could definitely pull the upset. But your money right now is on Kai Kara-France. He's overall just fantastic. Great overall fighter. Definitely see him challenging for a belt. I just think he takes him out. Again, Steve can prove me wrong, he can prove everybody else wrong, especially on the money line right now. But I think the lights are going to be a little too bright. I think Kai just takes him out. And the flyweights are I like watching them fight because they're so fast and electric. You're going to see a slobber knocker with those guys. I think you're going to see a lot of blood as well. But now let's get straight to why we're here in the very first place. We have Dricus du Plessis challenging, or not challenging, he's the champion. Israel Adesanya, former middleweight champ, challenging Dricus du Plessis for the belt. This should be a real fun match. It's a grudge match. You have these guys going off after each other ever since the whole Dricus saying he's the real African champ, when you had Kamaru, Francis, and Israel having the belts at that time, which seems like forever ago. Now none of them are champs. Just shows you how quick the MMA age goes. But now Dricus is the champ. He finished beating Sean Strickland, which was very questionable to me. I thought it was a lot more even than the cards showed, but I don't think the UFC did like Sean as champ. That's just my opinion. But now you have Dricus du Plessis against Israel Adesanya. Adesanya, coming off his loss against Sean Strickland, who basically outclassed him in that fight. But I do think we're going to see a revamped Adesanya. Dricus is difficult because he hits from all angles. He's an awkward fighter. But I predict Israel Adesanya not only beating him, knocking him out, and possibly calling out Alex Pereira, as everybody's doing nowadays, even Jake Paul. But I'm only interested in seeing that in light heavyweight. Obviously, Alex he's a megastar now, in my opinion. I believe he's the poster of the UFC currently. He's saved countless cards. He's knocking people out left and right, taking on all challengers, winning multiple belts, maybe going up to heavyweight. But I do see Adesanya calling out Alex Pereira if he does win, as I predict. Should set up for an awesome match, an awesome rematch that they've been fighting so many times already in kickboxing and in the UFC. So should be a fun night. But I do see Adesanya, the last style bender, reclaiming his championship belt and going on and calling out who knows who. And I think Alex Pereira. But it should be a fun night of fights. We can't wait. This is the hair.